Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with horse racing for the Prix de l'Arc Triomphe, Longchamp. So let's get into it. So it was a losing day yesterday, but not if you were a bit smarter than me, because what you could have done is taken the cash out. So the first two won in one bet. It was a 10 pence each way lucky 63, £12.60, and I believe 20 pence each way accumulator. After two races, we got the first two winners. It was 11 to 2 and 7 to 1, I believe. You had £105 cash out. However, I was beginning to see stars and thought retirement beckons. I left it, and in the end, I lost on the day, which was very poor, let's be honest. I should never allow it to happen, really. For the vast majority of the day, it was offering huge cash outs up until I think with two to run. So let me get into, so I think it was about £8 return in the end. So let me get on to Sunday. So I've gone for horse racing tips at Longchamp, and I shall explain why. So let me get into it. So the first selection is White Lavender in the Prix de l'Abbé in the 4:25 at Longchamp. This horse came second in the race last year, 30 to 1 when I tipped it. That day it was favouring near the rail, at low numbers. I don't know if it's going to be the same again on quicker ground. This horse will handle the ground. It's classed as good to soft, which I'm guessing at Longchamp would be relatively quick. This horse, I think, should be fine on good to soft. It's drawn low again. You've got Highfield Princess drawn 14. So if there is a draw bias, Highfield Princess is inconvenienced by it, but they might not be. I don't know. I'm just going for the same angle as last year. Last year's ground was very soft. This year's ground is good to soft. There's a big difference. The second, well, and bearing in mind, White Lavender was 14 to 1 apparently. It's now 8.5, which is 7.5 to 1. The next selection is Hookham in the 3 at Paris. Sorry, I'm just reading up here at Longchamp. This is in the Arc de Triomphe. Sorry, I was expecting it to say Arc de Triomphe, but it didn't. So it's Hookham at 8.0. They're only paying first 4 in this race. I think it's first 5 on Sky Bet. The reason why I haven't added it with Sky Bet, bear in mind I haven't placed a bet yet, is because I've got a deposit limit and it's still not activated yet, so I might have to place it elsewhere. So I'm currently showing you on Paddy Power. Hookham is absolutely flying at the moment. Jim Crowley rides it. He's very well versed in these kind of races, top class races. He's ridden the Arc several times. He will have told the owner, the trainer, if this horse isn't good enough for the Arc. Well, clearly it's going for the Arc, and they must think definitely it's good enough. It's a top class horse. I think it's rated 128. It still looks like it's improving. It beat Westover by a head last time. The reason why I couldn't back Westover, because I do think it's got a cracking chance. I personally think it's between those two horses, Hookham and Westover. The reason why I haven't gone for Westover is I backed it in one race a long time ago, and it's improved since then. I believe it was at Ascot, and it ran very keen. Well, it's a big day today at Longchamp, and it could get a bit excited in the parade or pre-parade, whatever you want to call it. And I think it could be a bit on its toes. They probably all will be. But last time Westover ran a bad race, it was a really big occasion. Well, I've gone for Hookham because I do think it's a better horse. It beat it last time. It should race prominently, and I do think it at 7 to 1, paying first 4. It's still got a cracking chance of. You still show a profit, even if it only gets a place. But ideally, it needs to win at that kind of price. I look at continuous. Tends to run a bit keen, so it probably means it's got a bit more pace about it. However, it won over 1 mile 6 last time. I think it was a Ledger, weren't it? But for me, with it being a 1 mile 6 horse, I would expect it to race a bit more prominently this time, especially with it being over 1 mile 4. This is continuous I'm on about. However, those tactics might not suit the horse. So that's why I think that one's vulnerable. It could also be pretty one pace as well. Don't get me wrong, I'm talking top class, but I'm saying one pace for a top class horse. It'll be hard to get rid of the horse, I'd have thought, because obviously it's run over further. So it'll be hard to pass, but I'm just thinking might not quite have the toe or turn of foot, should I say. Third selection is Darnation in the 150 at Paris in the at Longchamp, and it's only 11-4. But I've gone for this horse because I fancy it. I believe it's possibly a 2-horse race. The third horse could be absolutely anything, but it's from I'm not sure the trainer, to be fair. So I think it's just a horse that's run. It's just run very well. It could be anything. This isn't my selection. This is I think the third in the betting. So that could cause an upset, but I do believe it's between the first two in the betting. And I've gone for Darnation because Carl Burke has sent White Lavender over, and I think he could potentially get a double. And could that be topical? I know it's not exactly the same. Lavender, White Lavender, and Darnation, Carnation. Anyway, clutching at straws. And finally, Rogue Millennium in the 350 at Longchamp. This horse is 7.0 to 1. Sorry, 7.0, which is 6 to 1. They're paying first 4. As I said, the ground isn't going to be that slow. The classic is good to soft. In this country, you would say, obviously, it's a bit of cut. In France, I'm guessing good to soft would be, don't get me wrong, it's not like good to firm in this country, but you'd expect it to be, you would probably class good to soft in Paris, in my opinion, as good in this country. So that is relatively quick for France. This horse, it's ran okay on slower ground, but as a 2-year-old, it did run pretty much all its races on quick ground. It has ran okay on well on slower ground, but it's actually got its ground. I believe this horse, this ground is perfect. I think this ground is going to ride like good ground. And this horse wants good ground. Daniel Tudhope has rode this horse several times now, and he takes the mount today. So I haven't quite finished yet. What I would say is, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to include Frankie Dettori in some like each way multiples, just a small stakes, because I'm a bit of a I hate to even use the word conspiracy. You know, I think there's patterns and there's things happen for a reason, and so many times it's popped up. Oh, it's Frankie in his last ride. He's won the race in his last ride in the race. All that kind of nonsense. Obviously, he had the 7 out of 7 at Ascot. Could he? This is probably the biggest race. It's not the biggest because depends how you class it. You got the Melbourne Cup coming up as well. Could Frankie have a good day? Could it be all about Frankie today? So I am going to have him in small each way multiples. I haven't even seen how many rides he's got. I know he rides Free Wind in the Arc. He's got a lot to make up, but it's John Gosden and Frankie. Anything could happen. So I just thought I'd give you a heads up. I haven't checked Monday yet. Well, I have had a quick look at Monday, sorry, just the cards, and it's not really that appealing, but I'm unsure yet. So if you want to see the video, if there is one, click like or subscribe. That's absolutely fine. I really appreciate everybody's support. So let me know in the comments if you fancy something else or if I'm totally wrong. Anyway, very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.